on, guys? Orms Forum coming at you guys today. Again, got some draft grades coming at you guys. I got my second team that I follow. This is the team, the New York Giants. I love my Giants. I always have. I was a huge Lawrence Taylor fan back in the day. My second favorite player of all time is LT. Yeah, so I'm gonna do some grades for you guys, and wearing the Jeremy Shockey jersey. This thing's about 15 years old. I can't. It's a little snug. It's a bit snug, but it's still surprised it fits, man. I got this as a present about 15, maybe I think it was about 15 years ago from some guys at my old work where I used to work at. Kenny Peters, Tony Arose, Larry Lair, some guys. He bought it for me for like a birthday present. So what's up, boys? Thanks a lot for that. But I'm going to get to the grades right now. And the Giants had the 4th overall pick last year. Man, it's rough being a Lions fan and a Giants fan lately, eh? Wow. But they had a really good draft. I was really impressed with their draft. So they had the 4th overall pick, and they went Andrew Thomas, the offensive tackle out of Georgia. 6'5", about 320 pounds, big kid. I gave this kid a first-round grade, of course. This kid was a top offensive tackle coming out of school. Solid player. Got a really good combination of length, athleticism, and balance. He does everything well. Great feet. Doesn't get caught up on stunts or guys shooting gaps. He's really smart, and he's got really good feet. Powerful lower body too. He anchors really well, so he doesn't get blown off the ball or anything like that. He's really strong. Excellent in space. He'll lock on to a defender if he needs to get out there on the second level, and he punishes guys. He locks onto a guy, you're in trouble. He will get panicky at times though, and he'll grab and lunge and just try to hurt a guy, and then he'll just get caught up a little bit right there. But other than that, he's really good. He's the top offensive tackle coming out, man. You like to see him throw his weight around a little bit more at 320 in close quarters, but he'll get that mentality. He should, anyways, being in an NFL training camp, and he's a top prospect. I really love that pick. And like I said, and I keep repeating it over and over again, you have to protect your investment. And they got Daniel Jones, who they took last year, as their quarterback, and you have to protect him. Protects him, protects Barkley, protects everybody there. So that was a really good pick. It was a must pick. It was a need. It was a big need. So they went in the second round. This is who they took in the second, and they took Xavier McKinney, the safety out of Alabama, 6'1", 205 pounds. I gave this kid about a second round grade. I really like this pick. This is a really good pick, man. He played a number of positions at Bama, linebacker and safety. Comes up in the box. He's excellent as a box safety. He's very aggressive. He won't back down from anybody. Really good blitzer. He creates havoc in the backfield. Gets to the quarterback. Does everything you want as a safety. He wraps up. Good in coverage. He pretty much handled every tight end that was thrown at him in college. And he should be able to do the same in the pros. He's super athletic. Got extremely high football IQ too as well. Only thing that's a little bit negative about him, his side to side, when he's going sideline to sideline, it's not where you really want it to be. But that's just he needs to work on that, and that's just constant footwork drills. That's all you got to do there, and he should get better at that, man. The kid is a top-notch safety. He was a phenomenal pick by the Giants. He'll start day one. He had 177 tackles, 6 sacks, 6 forced fumbles, 5 interceptions in a 3-year career at Alabama. The kid's just 15 pass breakups too. So the kid's got playmaker written all over him. It's just a really good pick by the Giants. That was a second round pick. On to the third. They took Pert, the offensive tackle out of UConn. 6'7", 305 pounds. Seems a little bit light for 6'7", even though 305 pounds is huge. But for 6'7", he should be a little bit bigger. But I gave this kid about a second, third round grade. Crazy long arms, big shoulders. He's got the body. He's got the perfect body type for an offensive tackle. Especially with the arms, with the length. Hey, that's what you want. Like you want length as an offensive tackle, so you can just wear off defenders from getting inside you, right? So he's got all that, and the kid's super athletic. He comes from a soccer and a basketball background. He picked up football in high school. I think he came from Jamaica. I think he's Jamaican, or he's from Jamaica. Pretty sure that I read that. But he's better in the run game. He's way better in the run game. He's extremely raw, and needs to work on his pass protection. He just needs to put on a little bit more weight, like I said at the beginning there. He seems to be a little bit light. And I'm sure on a good NFL program, you guys know what that program's all about, that he'll be able to definitely put on 15 pounds, easy. You know what I mean? And I'm sure he's bigger than 305 right now too, so that's just what he's kind of listed at. But it was a good pick by them. It was a guy that probably won't start right away. He could start though, but he's definitely going to become a starter down the road. So that was a solid pick by the Giants. Really like that pick. On to the fourth round. They took Darnay Holmes, the cornerback out of UCLA. 5'10", 198. This kid's got crazy elite speed with really good feet. Feisty. He works hard on every down. Not going to back down from him. He'll fight you. You want that in a corner. You want a guy that's not going to shy away from nobody, right? But like I said, he's a little bit too small, and he will allow too many receptions against him every now and then. Takes a lot of chances. He just needs to work on that. But he had 121 tackles, 8 interceptions, 20 PBUs as a 3-year guy at UCLA. So the 8 picks stands out to me, that he can get to the ball and he can become a playmaker, right? So you do like that as well. Then they went on to the fifth. Round. They took Shane Lemieux, the offensive guard out of Oregon. This kid's 6'4", 320 pounds. I gave this kid about 4th or 5th round grade. So he was drafted pretty much where I thought he was going to go. And this kid's a mauler in the run game. He's an absolute mauler, and it's going to help out Barkley big time. And it just helps out their offense altogether, right? But it's going to really help out Barkley there. Excellent pulling guard. That's what he excels at. He's really good. He has really good feet, and he just got really good timing. He's physical. He'll finish. He loves to finish guys. He's got a nastiness to him. Like he's going to finish to the whistle and beyond. He's got that mean streak in him. Powerful lower body, big legs. And you want that too, especially in the run game. You got a guy who can just drive right off and just murder dudes for you, right? But again, he needs a little bit more work in his pass protection. He's a bit uncoordinated at times. He just needs to work on his pad level. He comes up a little bit too high, and then he exposes his upper body to defenders. He just needs to work on that pad level, and he should be fine. I thought that was a really good pick too by the Giants. This kid's going to turn out to be something. You can just tell what they were doing here, the Giants. They're just murdering it on offensive linemen. They took 3 offensive linemen. 3 offensive linemen out of their first 5-6 picks. They're going to be committed to running the football. That's for sure. And protecting their investments in Barkley and Daniel Jones. So anyways, on to the sixth. They took Cam Brown, the linebacker out of Penn State. 6'5", 200, got himself up to about 235. This is a kid that has gained weight every year that he was at Penn State, I guess. So he's got that good work ethic to him, right? Long arms. He's more of a coverage linebacker, in my opinion. Doesn't have crazy stats, though, but he is aggressive. He just needs to add a little bit of weight. He'll probably, because he has a chance to play inside, but he's probably going to play outside right now at 235. 198 tackles, 4.5 sacks in 4 years. Nothing really stands out too much on him stats-wise, but he's got extremely long arms for a linebacker, and he bats down passes. So that's going to be a guy that's a little bit of a project. And that was in the 6th round. Then they had a few 7th round picks, man. They had like 3 or 4 of them. They must have made some moves. I don't really recall, but they made a lot of moves, obviously, just to get these picks here. They took in the 7th round Carter Coughlin, the linebacker out of Minnesota. So this kid's 6'3", 240 pounds. I gave this kid about a 6th round grade. I do like him. This is the kid that received the 2020 Big Ten Medal of Honor award. It goes to the top female and male student athlete at each conference school. So congrats to that kid. So he's got smarts too, right? He's not just a football player. He's got the smarts too. But the kid is a playmaker. Got really good quicks, shoots gaps well. You're going to use him as a blitzer, I would think. He's not really good at defending the run, so you're going to see this kid. He just needs to work on his power and stuff. So you're going to see this kid working probably on 3rd downs, covering guys. But I can see this kid being a little bit of a blitzer, a 3rd down pass rush specialist right away as a New York Giant. He had 158 tackles, 40 for loss, and 22.5 sacks in 4 years. So the sacks really stand out to me there. He's a good football player. He gets to the ball. He just needs to work on some stuff. But he'll probably come in as a special teamer, blitzer, specialist, all that stuff. But it's a pretty good pick by the Giants. Then they went out in the 7th. They had another 7th round pick, and they took T.J. Brunson, the inside linebacker out of South Carolina. 6'1", 220, 225 pounds. He did a little bit of everything as a Gamecock there. He had 283 tackles, 21 for loss, 6 sacks, and a pick. He was kind of like an everything kind of linebacker. Yeah, nothing really stood out too much about him, but he was kind of decent at everything, right? But he's coming off a knee and sport. He had a knee and sports hernia surgery last year, so I think he's healing up there, obviously, but he had those issues going into the season there. So that was a 7th round pick. Then they had another 7th round pick, Chris Williamson, the cornerback out of Minnesota, 6 foot, 205. He's a transfer from Florida, so he used to be a Gator. He chose Florida over Michigan, by the way. So, but whatever. And then he went to Minnesota from Florida. He didn't do anything at Florida. He had injuries and kind of inconsistencies, bad play at Minnesota. Excuse me, guys. Yeah, but he's really physical. He's kind of like a hybrid nickel. He's really good in the run game. He's a willing tackler. He puts his nose right in there. But he'll play too wild at times, and then he'll get fooled too easily on cuts and all that stuff. He just needs to be a little bit more disciplined in that aspect. So he had 90 tackles, 3.5 sacks, 1 pick in 2 years at Minnesota. He didn't do nothing at Florida, so he was over at Minnesota, and those were his stats. So then I think they had one more pick. Yeah, they had one more pick, and this guy, Tay Crowder, linebacker out of Georgia, 6'3", 220 pounds. He was Mr. Irrelevant last year. If you don't know what Mr. Irrelevant is, Mr. Irrelevant is the guy that's taken in the draft absolutely last. The last pick in the draft. And that was Mr. Irrelevant. Now he goes to Disney. He gets a free trip to Disney, and I think he gets to bring somebody. I'm not too sure on that, but I'm sure he gets to bring maybe his family or something like that. But he was Mr. Irrelevant. And he's an athletic linebacker. When he got recruited by Georgia, he was a running back. He came to school as a freshman as a running back. Then they moved him to linebacker, and I don't think they didn't blink once. So I think they were pretty happy with his production. He was decent there. He got a really good IQ, because if you move over from running back to linebacker, you have to know what you're doing a little bit, right? So he's got a pretty high football IQ there. So but he's not great in coverage. He's probably going to be an early two down linebacker. 114 tackles, 1.5 sacks, 2 picks. So in 3 years at Georgia, he's a Bulldog. So, But that was their draft, and I thought their draft was really good. I thought they hit on some really good players with the first round pick, and then the second round pick, and then the third round pick again with the offensive tackle, and then the corner, and then the guard again. They really hit on some really good picks. So I'm giving the New York Football Giants, give them Big Blue a B plus. Almost gave him an A minus, but I decided to roll with the B plus. But it was close. It was close. It was extremely close. But I'm gonna give them that B plus. So Big Blue. See you guys out there on the field, man. All right. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna come up with some probably more grades. I got a couple more teams to do. I gotta get all these requests in. I still got the Steelers and the Seahawks for sure. I gotta look at a list. I have a list upstairs. I'm gonna get those to you guys as soon as I can. And everybody, stay safe, man. Let's go. Boom.